Indigenous Ways of Knowing, Considerations for Researchers Working in Indigenous Communities, Relationship Building and Interconnectedness, presented by the Center for Native Child and Family Resilience. Paulette Runningwolf, PhD, enrolled Blackfeet tribal member, CEO Running Wolf and Associates.
And one of the examples of the Indigenous way of knowing that I think is just crucially important is relationship building. And not just relationship building within the community, but between the researchers and the staff that are coming into the community. They have to recognize that all of those relationships are important, and being able to understand the importance of it is recognizing that connectedness.
Relationships and accountability to those communities are the linchpin of the entire research or evaluation process.
And in my research on Blackfeet values, one of the concepts that I found that I think many tribes can respond to or be resonant with is the process of becoming. And we talked about that in the roadmap article. And that I think is so crucial because it acknowledges how life is always changing. Things are always growing. Life, the world around us, the environment, our families, all of that is always changing. If we look back to 100 years ago, it's a whole lot different. So I think that process of becoming is a concept that distinguishes us from many researchers who are coming into our communities and don't understand the importance of relationship building. They come in with an agenda. It's already locked into place. Their communities have rarely had an opportunity to contribute to that agenda or point out, yeah, that might work where you've been, but it's not going to necessarily work here. We have a process. We have cultural protocols. And this is the way we'd like to do it.
Learn about the unique history of the community, its experiences with research and evaluation, good and bad, and any cultural protocols, formal and informal, surrounding the planning and conduct of research activities.
And I think that's really crucial. And understanding that sense of belonging, building relationships can not only contribute to individual connectedness, but the community then has another opportunity to engage and understand each other. And the more opportunities that those happen, such as ceremonies and events that they've joined together to produce, the more connected they feel, not just to their community, but to their cultural values and beliefs.
Lemira DeBryan, PhD. Lemira DeBryan is a French-Canadian from the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. She has lived and worked in Indian country since 1972.
First of all, in terms of relationship building, I truly believe that without relationship building and community involvement, no project is going to be successful or mean anything. It's just not going to have the meaning. It's not going to make a difference. And hopefully the goal of research and evaluation is to make a difference in community.
Researchers and evaluators must build a relationship with the tribal community based on trust and authenticity prior to beginning any work.
But if you break that down into the elements that are the outcomes of relationship building, it's ultimately trust. And if you are able to gain the trust of the people that you're working with, and I never think of them as subjects. It just is beyond me to think of community members as subjects. So I think of them often as family.
The Center for Native Child and Family Resilience was funded by the Children's Bureau, Administration for Children and Families, U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, under Cooperative Agreement Number 90CA1853. The contents of this product are solely the responsibility of JBS International Incorporated and do not necessarily reflect the official views of the Children's Bureau.